This is chapter 24 of Beyond Exile. It's called Jack Parsons. Frank has just had an encounter with Master Yen, giving him his new discovered philosophy that God is actually the infant and we're raising him. And Master Yen has completely rejected his theory, left Frank, and Frank has left the guard maze where they had their encounter, and he's back in the new territories district of Sha Tin, where we begin a new chapter called Jack Parsons. Puts us on the streets of Hong Kong. We look at Frank, and there's not much, nothing to do here. Wait a minute. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, Illich, or rather, Qalrus. And we have Qalrus, Illich, Frank's old friend, who he encountered a while back in London, who ventured off to Brussels. And now the location is just hidden behind these gibberish letters, Illich's location. But in looking at this photo, it's kind of creepy with skull and candles, and here's a picture here. If you look a little closely in the picture, you will see flowers and purple and yellow flowers, and this would appear to be the composite photograph of the 9 individual cells in the garden maze. So we can look at Qalrus, and we're an observer. He appears to be writing his manifesto, and there's a writing tablet. Jack Parsons is my man. He knew magic, made him a great rocket scientist. Jack Parsons is my man. He could play both sides of mind without bursting his brain. He knew the thing to steal from Crowley was the motto the beast stole from Rabelais. Do what you want is the whole of the law. The rest of Alistair is Victorian reversal, sadomasochism, heroin, eating menses, and moronic rebellion to society. Just by looking at the tablet, a new page comes up. I want a new man, springing from the clay of the nation-state, that castrates and enslaves him, so I create the terrorist, intimate and identical with world history, indistinguishable from the aristocrat. Jack Parsons is my man. I create the terrorism of high style. I am the new man. I change causes with my Italian silk shirts. My network is comprised of high society girls in the commercial capitals of Europe. They're my safe houses and escape routes, my salons and theaters. I teach them Jack's sexual magic, and they become paragons of discretion. They become new women, intellectually alluring and politically astute. Gorgeous Athenas fighting the apparatus in my name. My greatest success is my London lover, my Elba, my mother. Jack Parsons is my man. He invented solid rocket fuels in the morning and interdimensional orgasms in the afternoon. Here was a Nietzschean. The Russians wanted me to keep a log of my lovers. They demanded receipts for my Kentucky bourbon, so when I left, I took the new man with me. I created a cosmic file the KGB or Mossad could never find or fathom. I broke all their rules. I told my lovers the precise plan of attack. I gave them guns and fake passports. I gave them suitcases of cash and jewels. They took nothing. They said nothing. They reciprocated my trust with courage and keen anticipation for the next set of instructions. My women are the erotic body of new consciousness. Jack Parsons is my man. I transform terrorism into magic. My little black book is the best political manifesto the Palestinians will ever know. It's absurd, that's why it's great. Frank Glendover breaks through when he understands. History is not what he believes, history is what they believe. If they believe in good and evil, then we battle angels and demons with the old Manichean swords. We defer our inheritance of earth until their apocalypse is consummated, and the air is clean as water. And the water clean as fire. Frank's my raging paradox, my elusive alter ego. I'm all action and he's all ideas. I can't stop thinking and he can't stop running. He won't acknowledge the whispered cue. He can't write a line, not even a letter to his mother. Jack Parsons is my man. Here was a Nietzschean. He knew that to make things clear, you have to make things happen. Man is the bridge to something beyond. The beyond is the bridge to me. Morality is terrorism. Terrorism is morality to the people. Action is always a morality play. That's why they love bad movies, bad presidents, bad CEOs, bad talking heads on the news of the world. That's why they love semi-conscious propaganda. Love its cynical pull on the nerves. When evil calls itself good, it confirms the people's dark suspicions of themselves. Consider. I bombed the offices of L'Aurore, L'Arche Minute, and Maison de la Radio. I warned them by phone. The devices were set to explode at 2 in the morning. So there was major destruction, but no deaths. I sold the good terrorists to the papers, and cashed the check by dropping a fragmentation bomb in the Deux Margot Cafe. Bourgeois conversations had body parts swimming in their cafe au lait. See Carlos switch polarity. See Carlos the evil terrorist. Free Furia of the Japanese Red Army and force the French government to capitulate. The tragic nature of my being requires me to always be beyond good and evil, always open to comedy. With Rainier at the Orly airport, it was Keystone Cops. He misfired his bazooka twice, missing the LI plane and demolishing a hangar. The Japanese agents were gunned down. But my escape in the ambulance was pure science fiction. I'm a better escape artist than Houdini. I'm great because I paint history. As you know, it's a rare and precious talent. Jack Parsons is my man. My drama is for a select audience of 3. Wadi Haddad in Yemen, Omar Gaddafi in Libya, and Frank Glendover, stumbling somewhere in Asia. My favorite role is the playboy, with a weakness for small automatic weapons. When I was betrayed by Morcarbal at 9 Rue Tuileries, I came out of Paulette's bathroom and shot the bastard in the neck. See Detective Haran's. See his 2 policemen, 4 bullets and 4 necks in less than 7 seconds. Could Che Rivera shoot like this? Could Che Rivera escape like this? Could he run the rooftops following the phosphorescent arrows placed by blue blood lovers? Jack Parsons is my man. I'm magic. I can play both sides of everything. I can reverse the fall of the world with small automatic fire. Later that night I stay with Paulette, the young wife of the parish police commissioner. We invoke the airs of John Dee. We smoked hashish and autographed Jack's blue sigil with my pearly jism and her steaming secretions. Carlos. This guy, I'm telling you, he's really full of himself, it would appear. Let's look at the next page. And as he signs his name, that's the end of the tablet. Now, where were we? And so with that little detour, we return. We're back in Hong Kong now. And Frank is back on the streets of Hong Kong. That concludes chapter 24, Jack Parsons. Giving you some insight as to what else was going on while Frank was stumbling in Asia. I hope you'd enjoyed this chapter, and we're moving towards kind of the midpoint of Beyond Exile, I hope you continue on. That was chapter 24, Jack Parsons. Thank you for watching.